Hey everyone, it's Michelle from over at BuneBape. So today I'm going to be taking you through my dailies on old school Runescape. So usually what I start out with is a birdhouse run. So I'm already wearing my full graceful, my dig site pendant, and I go and just teleport to the dig site. So while I am going and doing my birdhouse run, I also go and do the hard tree patches that are there. So I usually take some mahogany saplings with me, but I don't think I'm gonna have them ready right now to plant. Yeah, not ready. So for the birdhouse runs, all you need is 4 logs, a hammer, a chisel, and some seeds. Right now I'm just doing hammerstone because they are pretty cheap. And my favorite route of doing this, I go ahead and I start with the lowest one right here. Let me close my chat. And to build the birdhouses, you just do the log with the clockwork. And then you go ahead and put some seeds in it. So for the next birdhouse I do, you have to have the Mush Trees unlocked. So to do that, you could just look up on the RuneScape wiki and see where exactly they're located, how to unlock them. I did it a long time ago. I honestly don't remember how exactly I did them, but there's 2 of them over here, so I would definitely unlock those so it's easier. And now back in Mushroom Meadow, I go and do my last birdhouse. Whoops. And then after my birdhouse runs, I like to go and do a seaweed farming run. And I also usually open up and see what I got in my bird's nest. So basically not keeping any of this. Usually I get some good stuff, but not today. I actually got a hard clue scroll. I usually don't get hard ones here. And then I just put everything back in my bank. Go ahead and grab stuff for my seaweed run, my diving gear. And head on down. So if you don't do seaweed runs, they're pretty easy, especially if you have the chrono seed planted. They reset pretty often. I think it's about 20 minutes with chronos. So I only do these once a day, but originally I was doing a lot more because I heard that they're make it more likely for you to get Tangleroot. But as you can see, 19.3 mil, I still do not have Tangleroot. Still waiting for that to happen. Usually when doing the giant seaweed runs too, I get so much that I actually have to go and bank in the middle, which is kind of annoying, but I really want to see how many seaweed I get before I get Tangleroot, if I ever get Tangleroot. So right now I have 5,500, 1.7 mils worth. Still no Tangleroot. Alright, so now that I'm done with the seaweed, I'm going to take you guys through my normal farming run. And usually at this point, I would also go and get my battle staves from Varrock, but I actually already did that today. If you don't do that, I would highly recommend, I believe it's the medium Varrock diary that you have to do to start getting it. It's just free money, really. It's not the most money, but it's free, so why not? I also usually go and get herb boxes from the Nightmare Zone, but I am out of points currently because I've just been working on my agility, so haven't had time to go to the Nightmare Zone lately. And since I am 99 and I'm not too worried about the actual XP, I just go and do the papaya saplings just to make it cheaper. So I like to start out my farming runs by going to the Gnome Stronghold first, just because it has the spirit tree right here. And if you don't have the spirit tree unlocked to the Gnome Stronghold, I believe that's a really early quest. So I'm sure most of you do, but if not, I would look it up and do it because it saves a lot of time. And next up after the Gnome Stronghold, I go to the Gnome Village. So now that the gnome village is done, I go and teleport over to Camelot, so that way I can go over here, and in Catherby there's another fruit tree patch right here. And another thing, I also go to Brimhaven, and if you don't have the spirit tree to Brimhaven, you can, after Camelot or the Catherby patch, just go over right here to the docks and charter the ship over to Brimhaven to go ahead and save you some time. Now that I've paid for the Catherby one, I'm going to teleport back to the Grand Exchange and bank all these papayas because I have so many of them right now. And actually I'm going to get a stamina potion too while I'm here. Alright, so now let's make our way to Brimhaven. And it takes a while to be able to unlock all of the spirit trees. I believe at 91, you could have 2 of them unlocked. And you have to wait till you're at 99, unfortunately, to unlock all of them. But as soon as you're like in the mid 90s, I would just recommend boosting as soon as you can to go ahead and plant these because they save a lot of time. Also, if you're working towards getting your 99, I would definitely recommend doing the 10th farm and getting the farming outfit. It does give you additional XP. As you can see, I'm not wearing it right now. Since I got to 99, I've just been wearing the full graceful instead just to save some stamina, but it definitely helped me. I didn't get it until I was in the 90s already, and I kind of regretted not getting it beforehand because it really speeds things up. So after this fruit tree run, I go into the Calcite patch, and this is just not technically a fruit, and there's only one of these patches, but they're like really cheap seeds and give you really nice XP daily, so I would definitely recommend doing these too. So after doing the Calcites, you can keep these and sell them, but they're only worth like 300 or actually less, like 100 each. So I just dropped them. Whenever I was like much lower, I would keep them, but it just doesn't feel as worthwhile anymore. So now I'm over at the farming guild, and as long as you are level 85, I believe, you can come back to this back area and they have an extra fruit tree patch. And if you're under that level, you can always boost too. That's what I used to do beforehand. And now I go and get my regular tree, and I go ahead and plant that over here. And I have the bottomless bucket. I was able to get that as a Hespori drop. Right now Hespori is not available, unfortunately. Otherwise I would show you guys that, but I also do that daily or whenever it's available. So I went ahead and planted my yew sapling, treated it with the super compost, and I'm going to go ahead and drop these roots because I don't need them. You can also pay Rosie to have her protect your tree, but for the regular trees, like since I get so many seed drops from like the bird nest and stuff, I just don't think it's worth it to pay for the protection, and if it dies, it dies. As you can see here, I still have dead watermelons I have not cleaned out. And I also go and I have a potato cactus here that's already grown, and I just go and pick those because I think they're worth what? They're worth $7.60, and I get several a day, so I just stockpile them. And for my last fruit tree, I'm going over to Letya? I've never said this out loud, something like that. It's over where the elves are. If you don't have this area unlocked yet, I would definitely recommend doing the quest to do so. It's also just like really pretty actually. Okay, so that is it for my daily runs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to comment if you feel like I could be doing something else daily that I didn't mention, or I'm not doing something efficiently. I am down to hear some tips on that. You can also check out our podcast, BuneBape. The link is going to be in the bio of this video, and we have a couple other videos up right now if you guys want to like or subscribe to our page. And thank you for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.